Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm the first impression gameplay video for Wizard101, free-to-play 3D wizard-themed fantasy MMORPG published by King's Isle. Now I'll spend about 5-10 minutes running around, checking the game out, make quick comments. If you guys want to play Wizard101 or just learn more about it, check it out full review on the link below. So here we go. I went ahead and just created my account already and I logged in. So we have some sort of introduction scene over here right when you log in, because I actually logged in the patch launcher. So we're talking to Headmaster Ambrose. Now this is actually a wizard-themed MMO where you attend some sort of wizard school. Kind of reminds me of Harry Potter, which is where it probably received its inspiration from. What I like about the game already, right off the bat, is that everything is voice acted really nicely. Maybe just an introduction scene, but we'll see when we get into the game. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this for now and just click next. Again, the voice acting is actually very well done. I think this game was developed by a Western company. I like to spend time by myself with my friends. I'm a solo guy. What's the most powerful? Blizzard, Hurricane. It's a toughie. Obviously, Sand. No, I'm gonna go with Play. No, Sandstorm is powerful. I like all of my classes, sports. I don't really like any of these. I'm gonna click. I like science or math. I don't mind math too much. Summer wins easily. I'd rather be the leader of a group. I'll take that. Most dangerous animal, obviously a crab. No doubt there. I'm gonna go with Ruby. So I have chosen the School of Fire. So apparently, based on my answers, it gives me a recommended class. So I'm gonna go ahead and play with fire for now because the game knows best, you know. Wow, is your vision that bad there, Headmaster Ambrose? So I like to select if I'm a boy or a girl. I really like the cartoony animations over here. So I'm gonna click boy. Alright, let's click next. You can see my awesome character over there. I can change my hairstyle, various colors and stuff. The customization is not that bad at all. I'm gonna click random a few times though. It's nothing too special, but it's better than most games. But let's go ahead and click next. Good to go. Now, what do you wear? What do you want to know? Creepy guy. And you can name your character over here. This is probably the funniest part about the game because you can't actually enter your own name. And instead you got to go through these little scrollers. But to be fair, there's a lot of choices. I want to be, let's see, Jack, Dragon, Pants. Okay, there's just so many different... Pyre, not Pants. I can't read, guys. I'm sorry. But there's a lot you can play with. If we click random, there's literally hundreds of name options over here. But I think the game should have let you name it yourself, but there's plenty of stuff here to be creative, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's pretty funny that you can't actually pick your own name. So here we go. I'm the Novice Pyromancer, and let's go ahead and enter the game. While we're in the game right now, I'm going to go ahead and click Skip Tutorial, because I don't want to record this. Let's click Yes. Alright, we're skipped the tutorial, and we're in the main city over here right now. So right off the bat, I want to say I really like the graphics. The game has this unique Western art style for the cartoony animations. It's not really anime, but it's, you know, Western cartoony, which is really nice. And the fact that the game is pretty popular, I can already tell a lot of people play this game. Look how many people there are here. He said, your mom. Let's talk to our Headmaster Ambrosia and grab our quest. I am in Wizard City right now, appropriately named. Next. Accept the quest. Now this game is clearly aimed at a younger audience, as you can tell by the art style and the way the game looks. So we got tutorial tip. I'm gonna skip those for now. Next. One thing I want to point out though, probably the silliest part about this game in my opinion. I'm sorry about the lag, guys. This game has good graphics apparently, and it's lagging up my machine. The chat in the game is very heavily filtered, and in fact you can't really type anything unless it's pre-approved. So the mods really just added a bunch of words to the approved list, and everything else is gone. I can say like, hey, how are you doing? Let's see. And if it comes out in white text, it's okay. But if I say like buzzwords like Obama, politics, economics, stuff like that that would be controversial, the game blocks automatically. Anything in red, it actually blocks. So I can say you're hot. Nope. I can say your, or your, and hot, but I can't put them together. So the game is definitely designed for a younger audience because of all the filtered language. But it doesn't really bother me because, come on, if you're trying to play a game like this, you should be civilized, alright? You're playing with kids. You can see on the map over here, again, the art style is very geared towards a younger audience, but I really like the art style. It looks really nice. It's really unique as well. So let's go ahead and go where my quest is telling me to go over here. And before a lot of you guys write this off as a game that, oh, it's for kids, the graphics are too cartoony, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you should have read it off that fast for that. I mean, I play games like MapleStory, which are a bit embarrassing because of the graphics, but I don't really care, because if a game is good, you should play it. And for all you MapleStory haters out there, yeah, I play MapleStory. At least I played it on and off. I haven't played it recently, though. And again, everything is really nicely voiced, which just makes this game, it gives this game a very high quality feel to it. So just click done. So I get to go over here now. So the game has this very, very high quality feel to it, which is something you just don't get in a lot of free-to-play MMORPGs. And to be fair though, this game really isn't that much of a free game. It's more of a free trial than an actual free-to-play game. Although you do have this unlimited free trial where you can access certain parts of the game. And again, go voice acting. So apparently I owe some ghosts. Okay, I gotta kill 3 ghosts. Let's go over here. Now I did say the game is a free trial mostly because unfortunately most of the areas in the game are restricted to paying members. Though you could access the first few areas, but you can really only get to level 7 or so without paying, and afterwards you really have to pay. So this guy over here fighting some ghosts. I'm not going to go ahead and join him. Actually I could, I already did. Just by walking this perimeter I can actually help him over here. So I gotta wait for my turn. Combat is done in a card style battle, turn-based card battles. I can select any of these cards in my deck that I have drawn, and I can use it on one of the enemies. So let's go ahead and do that. And I actually have 30 seconds to do that, so that's plenty of time. His spell fizzled, what a noob. Watch my pro skills right here. I summoned this fire cat thing, I'm gonna come on, one shot. Yeah boy, just one shot at that ghost. Show him who's boss. So the game does use this card gameplay, which I'm actually not a big fan of card games. I mean, not actual card games, but card games within video games. I've never been a fan of those. Or just combat with card-oriented gameplay, but it's not so bad here. When you have a lot of people, it can get really interesting because if you're fighting higher level enemies, you do need a big party like this. And you can actually intervene in other people's groups without actually being in a party, which is kind of cool. We'll see if this adds to my quest, though. I think I should get credit for doing this, though. So you can do 4v4 maximum. I mean, 4 teammates and 4 enemies. And team cooperation is very important later on in the game. He just stunned that guy over there. One complaint about the game, which is really it really comes down to preference. The card-based gameplay is pretty slow-paced. No matter which way you look at it, it's pretty slow-paced. Though it's not terribly slow like a game like Final Fantasy Tactics. It's not card-based, I know, it's a tactics game. But games like that I find really slow-paced. It's hard for me to get into. And that's my only real complaint about this game. Also the fact that much of it's limited to free trial content. Now this game has many different schools of magic. I'm up fire, pyromancer, but there's storm, ice, myth, life, balance, and death as well. So I can really use spells from my fire magic school. And I can actually learn skills in other schools as well. So you're not just limited to just your school of magic, which is your class, but you can also learn other spells as well and customize your deck for various different spells. But you are actually a little bit difficult to learn spells from other the other schools, because it requires training points, which you only get every few levels. So it's easier to use spells from your own deck. But there's a lot of customization involved, and even though it's a game meant for kids, there's a surprising level of customization and surprising level of uniqueness. It's a surprisingly in-depth game as well. I like the visuals a lot, and the slow-paced gameplay is a bit annoying though. I should not have entered this fight. If you do it solo, I think I can do it a lot faster. Because I gotta wait for these slowpokes to make their moves. It does take a while, which is annoying. But the graphics, though, I'm sure you guys will agree, is something you guys probably haven't seen in any other game as well. It has that Western cartoony look to it, which is nice. The game is made by KingsIsle. I don't think they publish anything else. But this game is really high quality. Just the animation as well. I'm sorry if I'm, a little bit too positive over here. But I like what they did with the game. Big complaint though, too much of it requires money to enjoy, which is a pain, I think. Because there's a cash shop in the game as well. I guess to try to make money in both ways. I did complete that quest, so I do have to go back to my NPC over here. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and fight more stuff. Look at that lousy jump. You call that a jump? In perfect world, I jump over a tree. And here I jump like nothing. And I accidentally ran to another battle. Go me. There's only one lost soul this time, so we should be able to kill him fast. And we got 3 players ganking that guy. Good stuff. My experience meter is at the bottom over here. And I like that much of the early game is done in a very linear fashion. There's a lot of quests in the game to enjoy, which I'm just going one quest after another. Haven't had to grind yet. But then again, I just started the game. So let's use Dark Sprite this time on this guy. And you can customize your deck, and it's pretty random what cards you start with. There's PvP as well. But the chatting system is ridiculous. There's no free chat, and you can only use pre-approved things. I feel like this is a really unique game, which is why I'm doing it. And I'm also eventually going to start doing free trials for my first looks before I really get into different videos. So I do want to get all bases. Here at MMOHut, guys, we do all the games. We don't discriminate. We review every game, no matter how popular or unpopular it is. And needless to say, this game is pretty popular. I'm seeing people in newbie areas, which is something that a lot of games just don't have. A lot of newbie areas for most MMORPGs are just empty, empty, empty. That guy used a cool spell over there. Wow, I want to be able to summon a bat. I don't think that's for my class. You can see my mana over here. My mana pool is this blue one. Why is mana always blue? I don't know. Health is red over here. So these battles aren't meant to be difficult. They're meant to be really easy. Mainly because I'm in the early area of the game. So we can see some other interfaces over here. I do want to emphasize real quick, this is mostly a free trial. A lot of the game's content is just not available. Really, after level 7, there's really nothing else to do unless you end up paying. Anyway guys, if you guys do want to play Wizard101 or just learn more about it, check out our full review on the link below.